everyday dedication. You gotta wake up every day and be great on purpose.
You gotta almost become like obsessed with it. Like if you're not obsessed with your goal, you're not gonna get it.
But you gotta claim it. You gotta claim it. You gotta go after it, and you gotta put the work in. You gotta stay dedicated. You gotta stay consistent.
But it cannot be that you're having fun and doing all these things all of the time, but not investing in your health.
His whole neck, bro. What's up? What's up? What's up? We back. This Fitalk. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what the next episode is. I think it's 18, but this part 2 of what we talked about last week. We started with how to lose fat or why you're not losing fat, and last week we touched on diet, and I told you it's gonna be a 3-part series. So this week we're gonna touch on training. So with that being said, we're gonna introduce our usual suspects.
What's up, man? C. Marty Fit, Mr. Less Bunches, More Crunches. if you're doing more bunches than crunches, then you lunching. You hear me?
I knew it was more. It had to be more. It had to be more. It's J-Ho, Fit Fanatics.
Hey, what's up? Javon Jackson, PI Fitness Camp. Let's get it.
All right, so we're gonna start off with some reasons why you may not be, reaching your fitness goals, or you may be plateauing, or whatever the case may be. We're going to start off, I guess I'll start off a little bit, and then we'll branch off into different topics. One of the reasons it can be broken down to its purest form, and that's you're not being consistent. One day you come into the gym, you work out, you get a hard workout in. I mean, you pouring down with sweat. You leave, if you did legs, you might be doing a stanky leg or walking out the gym or whatever the case is, Right. And then the next day you come in there, whatever it is, I'm not going to discredit anything, you may be going through something, you may have just had a bad day, but you come in there and you give BS effort. And when you come in there and give BS effort, that's, you're basically not, I don't want you to say you're not doing anything, but you're basically not giving the effort that's required for you to make the necessary change that you need to make. So consistency is a big thing when it comes to making the change. If you're not doing it consistent enough, then it's not going to happen for you. I want to touch on consistency.
Yeah, consistency is very important, because you have to be consistent with anything. If you go to the gym on Monday, but then you miss Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you come back Friday, and then miss 3 days or 4 days in the gym, you canceling your sessions. It don't work like that, and not even just consistent within that week. Because let's say you go to the gym for 5 days straight that week. Okay, cool. But then you miss the next 2 weeks, or you go straight for a month, but then you miss 2 months. You know what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle. You have to be consistent with the lifestyle. So consistency is very important. We all want to be consistent in everything in our lives. So in order to get the results you want, now if you don't want the results, fine. But the results you're asking us for, the results you seek out, requires a certain level of consistency that you have to maintain throughout the process of your change, whether that's a year, 2 years, 3, whatever it is. You must be consistent in the effort and the days you go and the time you spend and doing your cardio. Because a lot of my clients, they come here to weight train. My personal training clients, they weight train with me, and I say, okay, make sure you do your cardio. And they don't do it, or they'll do it one day and then I didn't do it for the next 2 weeks. I'm that's we're not gonna get nowhere like that. You must be consistent. Same thing with diet or anything. Just because you ate a salad today, okay, what about tomorrow? If you eat a donut tomorrow, that's not consistent. That salad is now gone. If you did 45 minutes on a treadmill today, but then the treadmill don't see you for a week, that 45-minute treadmill last week don't mean nothing no more. It's gone. It literally means nothing. So you cannot have or achieve anything without consistency.
Another thing, so the effort you put in you get that result out of it. So if you give great effort, you get a great result. If you give a BS effort, you get a BS result. So there's nothing wrong with rest, but you have to earn that rest. You can't just go hard for 1 or 2 days and then be like, oh, I went hard on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, take a break. Like you say, you got to stay consistent. So there's nothing wrong with rest, but earn that rest. You can't just rest just because. It might hurt, it might be painful, it might be uncomfortable, but it's worth it in the long run, and your body will adjust to it.
Yeah, speaking of that, I had a lot of clients that started April 1st with me, so it was the first time working out ever, and they came in the first day, maybe the first 2 days, and then they missed like the next 3 or 4 days. They're like, I'm so sore, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, I understand, trust me, I get it. But you have to keep coming to work out. If you take a week off, it's like starting day one all over again. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Yeah, exactly. Like the hardest day is day one. So, but if you keep quitting, you're going to keep having day one over and over and over again. Like, don't have 10 day ones. Have one day one. Get it out the way, and then continue on with your progress. Don't take a week off just because you're sore. You got to fight through that.
Another thing too, you said day one is the worst day. The first week is the worst week. So like that whole week is going to be like hell week.
Yeah, it is.
So you keep saying don't have a day one over and over. Don't have a first week over and over again, because that first week, that's the hardest week to get through.
It's like Groundhog Day. We keep on saying
that's what I'm saying. Like
starting over from the top.
First week is the worst. Is the worst. Just like first rep is the worst rep. Sometimes you know you just got to keep pushing through that. You know. But yeah.
So then the next thing I'm gonna let you go ahead with it.
The next thing about why you may not be losing fat as far as training is concerned is progressive overload. To explain what progressive overload is to those that don't know, basically what progressive overload is when you add weight, go up in weight after each set. So let's say your first set you do curls of 10 pounds. Your second set you go to 15. Third set go to 20, so on and so forth. Progressive overload. This is what makes you reach your maximum potential and give you your absolute maximum effort. What I see in my class a lot, which really makes me upset, is we do like 4 sets of every workout. A client will grab a set of 5-pound weights, okay, and do the first set. The second set, they still got the 5-pound weights. Third set, they still got the 5-pound weights. We got to the 4th set, and you still have those same 5-pound weights. You know what you just did? You just wasted your time. You literally just wasted your time in here. You didn't accomplish anything. But then what happens is they say, "Oh, I got a great workout. Worked out." Like, you did not work out. You didn't. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you did not work out. If your first set is 5 pounds, your 4th set should be 15, something more than 5. There's no reason why you should not progressively overload after each set, and then eventually you'll find your max. So let's say your max is 15 pounds. So you start at 5 pounds for the first set. Okay, I can go up. You go to 10 pounds for the second set. Go to 15 pounds for the third set. You're like, oh my goodness, like, all right, this is it. Once you find your max, I'm fine with that. I don't want you to go above something you could do, because then your form is going to be off. You might hurt yourself. But find your absolute max where you're getting the most maximum effort out of your reps. Once you find that max, then we can stay at that weight. But to not even go up to spend a whole hour in here on some light weights and think you did something, it doesn't work like that. You have to progressively overload after each set until you find your weight for your fitness level.
Speak on that.
Yeah, another thing too, you have to exhaust the muscle. When you want to tone your body or build a muscle, you have to exhaust that muscle. So what comes with that? Failure comes with that. There are going to be times where you fail. There's going to be times where you can't lift the weight. There's going to be times where it's painful. There's going to be times where you push through. But all that is leading to your goal. It's going to help you burn that fat that you want to burn, or build that muscle that you want to burn. So sometimes your trainer might give you a weight that you never did before, but we're not going to give it to you because we don't think you can do it. You know, just try it. You if you get in your mind, oh, I can't do that already, just know you're going to lift that weight. So it's going to be difficult on the road to your goal. So it might be painful, but you will fail, and don't be scared of it. Like it's once you fail something, make it a goal. You know, you can try it again. You're not going to walk in the gym and be a beast. You're not going to be a gorilla the first time you do something. You know, it takes time. Just be patient with it. So just like you got to be patient with that first week when you're sore, you got to be patient with progressive overload, with building and getting stronger.
I'm gonna touch on that thing and then go to something else too.
I
But
want to come back on that too.
But I agree with you what you said 100%, because a lot of people are scared of failing. And again, I like to relate fitness and life, you know, and see the parallels and how they really mirror each other. It's directly linked to success. Like a lot of the people that are very successful nowadays have failed, because what happens is once you fail, you learn from those mistakes, or at least you should learn from those mistakes. You take the experiences, you take, you know, everything that you learn, and you apply it to the next time you go through a situation. And it's throughout relationships, it's throughout friendships, it's throughout business. Like no matter what you do, How many did you built this studio, right? Did you automatically just the very first day learn and say this is what it needs to be, and then just automatically pop up?
I messed up so many times. I messed up so many times building the studio. It was trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Like what y'all see now on the videos, it did not. Scroll back on my timeline a few years. Scroll if you got time. Scroll back. It did not look like this. I messed up on the floor, the walls. Everything was messed up. But I learned from my mistakes. I improved it. I got better, and now it's the result that you see now. It's all lit and all that stuff. But it took a long time to get here. It took a long time to get to this point.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. Like you had to learn. You had to learn. You know how the beams are supposed to be set up. You had to learn what kind of paint you need to use. You had to learn what kind of carpet you need now, or how your floor needs to be. No matter, it wasn't a total loss. You know how some people, even when they go into these relationships and relationships don't work, they look at it as though it was a total loss, it was a failure. It's not a failure if you really are taking away something from the relationships that you have. And again, that's not just boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. That's just even friendships. Even if you lose a friendship, you learn. If you lose a job, you learn what to do and to apply the next time, the next go around, so that you can be a better person, or you can attack that goal, better the next time, which relates into fitness, like you were saying. You cannot be afraid to fail. I have so many people that I talk to on a consistent basis that they get upset. I have an assistant that literally was on a leg press last week, or maybe it was week before last, and she started crying because her thing was, I know I can do this and I'm just not doing it. Don't get so upset to the point where you feel like, you're a failure, because our job going into the gym is to fail. Our job is to go in there and break down the muscle to the point where you can't lift anymore, and to do things that you can't do, so that your body can repair itself and be stronger and be able to do it the next time. And then you continue to do that until you get to the point where, I don't want to say you're comfortable, but you feel, good about where you are.
Good about your progress.
Exactly. So remember that when you're heading into the gym, remember that your job in there is to fail. Don't get upset and feel like, oh, I can't do this, and not come back, take a week off, do whatever it is that you do to cope with the fact that you didn't do what you expected yourself to do. Keep at it. Be consistent about it.
Yeah, to speak on, I got something to say, but to speak on what he was just saying, it's about we go in the gym to fail. Like literally, I don't know if failure is the right word to use or whatever, because most people have like a negative connotation to that. But I literally go into in the gym to fail. I'm going to keep going up in weight until I cannot lift that shit no more. Plain and simple. Until I physically cannot lift this, I'm going to keep going up. I'm going to keep progressively overloading until I find my max weight. And then I know, okay, that's where I'm at. Now let's work on this right here. I'm not going to leave the gym like, I probably could have went harder. Well, then take your ass back in there and go harder then. You just wasted a whole day. Don't ever leave the gym like, I could have probably went a little harder. You just wasted a whole day of training. I promise you did. Now, to bring it back to what he said, it was about how sometimes we may give you a weight that you've never done before. I see clients, let's say I have 1 minute on the timer. I tell them do curls. So after they do it, I'm like, did you stop at all? It's like, no, I did for 1 minute straight. I said, okay, well, then take the weight up. If you can do a workout for a minute, that's probably like 25 reps. If you can do 25 reps straight without stopping, it's too light.
Way too light.
It's way too light. Or I'll say, give me 20 reps. And after they do it, I'll say, did you take a break at all? Like, no, I did it straight through. Cool, go up and wait. You got to take it up. Because if you can do 20 reps straight without even breaking stride, if you can go a minute straight without even breaking stride at all, it's too light. And one of my clients, I'll give her a certain weight, and she'll be like, but I'm not going to be able to do it for the whole minute straight. I'm going to have to take like a break or two. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. Give me 8 reps, take a little 10-second break, pick it back up, give me 8 more reps. I actually don't. I may put a minute on the clock, but I actually don't want you to go for the whole minute straight. Because if you can go for the whole minute straight, it's time to bump it up. That's progressive overload.
I learned that firsthand experience from that trainer's night.
Oh, yeah, it's wild,
my God.
It's wild.
Oh my God.
That joint was absolutely horrible. Like, this joker went from 30 seconds on the clock to 15 to 10 to no break. It's like no break.
Man.
Like, what was up with you that night, man?
I be hyped, bro. I get it. I don't know.
Then he added time to the clock. We went from 1 minute to 1:15.
You gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
This dude
here. Good on that. Next one.
Back to what you said. Instead of fail, I like the word challenge.
Okay.
Like going there to challenge yourself.
I like that. I like that.
Challenge is a little better than failure.
I like it.
Well,
It definitely takes the negative connotation off of it.
Yeah,
you know?
but like you gotta think about your audience, cause to gym people, we know what failure means. We get it. Go to failure. It don't bother us. But to the regular population, failure has like a bad.
They trying to become.
That's right.
They
It's
trying
just
to
the
become
population.
gym people though.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So-
So they gotta get used to the lingo.
So that's what I was getting ready to say. I think that some of y'all need to stop being so sensitive.
Facts. Right.
Like at the end of the day, like things are what they are, and I agree. You know, maybe sometimes you may need to tailor it for a person that's kind of brand new and fresh into the game. You know, okay, you know, this is
I agree with
challenging,
that.
but
It's called
man,
muscle failure.
after you've been
The
that's
name of it.
exactly
That's the
right.
name of
What'd you
it.
say the name was?
It's called muscle failure. That's the
That's
name
exactly
of it. You know what
right.
I'm
Like
saying?
it's
called, yeah.
so we got to stop being so sensitive and actually just understand that things are what they are. And if you want it to be different, then take the steps that's necessary to change those things.
I fully believe that because the same way it's called muscle failure, you know what it's also called? Fat. I'm not gonna sugarcoat fat. It's called fat.
Overweight.
Like
Obesity.
Take it for what it is. Stop trying to say, oh, it's not fat. It's just a little extra here. No, it's fat.
Health issues.
Get rid of the fats. That's what it is. We're not gonna sugarcoat this.
No more.
At all.
So if y'all listening,
Don't be sensitive.
we letting you know right now. There's no more. I mean, we really haven't done too much sugarcoating anyway. But there's no sugarcoating. I mean, for all you new viewers, there's no sugarcoating. Like it is what it is. If it's fat, it's fat. We're gonna call it fat.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna be upset or get sensitive about it because it is what it is. Let's just do something to change it so that you don't feel negative about it.
Because you are in control. You can control it.
That's correct.
You're in control of this. Like if you are overweight or fat, you're choosing to be overweight or fat. With Google and Instagram and all these resources now, you can change that if you want to.
This is your life.
You can educate yourself on it. Ask people.
Big talks.
Where we at?
All right, next, the next topic on the whole training is like half-ass training. Half-ass training. When you go in the gym, like we just said, we're going to find our muscle failure. We're going to do something that is challenging. I'm trying to do something I've never done before. I'm trying to reach a weight I've never reached before. I'm not going in there to just have a good little time, to maybe lift a little bit, to maybe get like a little tired, just a little sweat. No, I'm going in there to bust my ass. I'm going in there on some gorilla beast mode type shit. Like, if you're doing half-ass workouts, you're not going to reach whatever goal you're trying to reach. Back to my classes, because I'm going to speak from experience. I'm not making this stuff up. I put a minute on the clock. The clock goes 3, 2, 1, go. It's 1 minute on the clock. And you don't start doing your push-ups or sit-ups until 30 seconds left. And then after you done, you're like, oh man, that was a good set. No, you did half a set. You didn't do the whole set. Right. I'm like, get up, y'all, let's go. Like, the clock went off 30 seconds ago. You still laying there? The clock went off 15 seconds ago. You ain't do one curl yet? So after the set is over, you technically didn't do a set. The set was 1 minute. You did 30 seconds of the 1 minute set. You didn't do the set. That is half-assing your workout. Or the clock counts down, we got 10 seconds left. And you stop at 10 seconds. Okay, I'm good, 10 seconds left. That's half-assing. You go until that clock go off and say 0. You start when it starts. You stop when it finishing. Because I say this all the time. Y'all take y'all breaks on time, then start your work on time. Plain and simple. If you're going to start your break on time, get back to work on time. That's half-assing the workout.
And then y'all not even slick when, you want to fake ask questions or say you don't know how to do things. You need a demonstration.
God. Oh
like,
my God.
We're trainers. Like, we're trainers. Like, that's first and foremost. We're trainers. Second off, we also have been trained, so we know the tricks of the trade. We know what the deal is. You know what I mean? You're not getting away with it. The only thing that you're doing is cheating yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're cheating yourself, and then you come back and you look at us like, like we're wasting your time or your money, but you're the one that's really wasting your time and your money. And then you go home and you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't like what you see, but you're not doing the things to change it. Stop coming in here and half-assing your workouts. Don't come to him and half-ass your workouts. Don't come to him and half-ass your workouts. And definitely don't come to me and half-ass your workouts. Because at the end of the day, I'm not taking responsibility for that.
I seen you yelling at your client the other day. That was funny as hell.
That's exactly. Listen. Everybody has to take responsibility. You are responsible for your own life and the direction of your life. Like, regardless of what your circumstances are, you are responsible for anything that goes on in your life. And if you want to make a change, then you have to make a change. No one's going to make that change for you. No one's going to give you a handout. You have to go and do it yourself.
Another thing too, a lot of people, they might not have trainers, so they might not know that they're half-assing their workout. Another way to know if you're half-assing your workout is, let's say you can't run a mile straight, and it's a year later, and you still can't run a mile straight. You can't stay on the Stairmaster for 10 minutes without pausing it, and it's a year later, and you still can't. You know what I mean? You can't squat 135 pounds. You've been squatting 65 pounds for a year straight. That is half-assing your workout. You're going to the gym, and you're not getting any better. If you're doing the same shit you was doing a year ago, if you're doing the same shit you was doing 2 years ago, you are half-assing in the gym. You're wasting your time in the gym. A year, you shouldn't look the same, and your workout should not be the same.
Even 2-3 months. Shit.
No, I'm just, it's really, I mean.
You've been a little generous today.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I'm being
2-3
generous.
months you should be able
but
to.
it's people that doing the same shit they was doing a year ago.
Trust me, I know.
Like, I ain't about to go into detail, but I know for a fact that it's people doing the same shit they was doing a year ago.
I'm already hip, bro.
He was doing, it's 2019, he was doing the same shit in 2017, and you wonder why the fuck you look the same.
Another part about half-ass workouts that blows me is, you know what I'm saying, I got like 15 clients in here. So I'm like, all right, everybody plank, go do push-ups or whatever. And I'm over here, I'm checking on them, I check on them, and then I turn around, hurry, and get up. Like, why do I gotta turn around for you to try to hurry and get up? Like, you're only hurting yourself. If you're gonna lay down there for 30 seconds and wait while I'm helping everybody else, and then when I turn around, you try to hurt me and get up, you are hurting your. Have y'all ever happened to that?
Man, what?
You are hurting yourself. You're not hurting me.
That's what's
you
crazy.
are not hurting me at all. You are cheating yourself.
One of my clients did that today.
2 of my clients did it today.
I stepped off to get water. But the thing is, when I step off, I'm not just stepping off and not paying attention. I'm stepping off and I'm looking to see what's going on. I said, I don't want to call her name out. I was about to step up, and I did that before. I was like, such and such. And she was like this. And then start doing her like, why do I have to do that? Like, no, I shouldn't have to do that with
What's crazy is these same people, they gonna be mad when they get the results they want. It's like, look at you.
It's crazy,
You
man.
are not taking your workout serious.
That's crazy.
You're not that busy at work that you gotta be, I'm doing work. That you gotta pick up your phone in the middle of the workout.
That's probably.
It's no way, dog. It's no way.
They probably do it in the gym because they do the same thing at work. They on the computer doing nothing. They boss come, they gotta hurt and fake like they working and stuff like that. It's in their blood. It's in their system. It's in their DNA.
And want a promotion.
Right? It's in their DNA. That's what they do.
Wonder why they ain't
and want a raise.
Well, come on now. It's no good, huh? It's no good.
Man.
It's no good. So the next joint is, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is gonna be the last one. We kind of already talked on the failure joint.
Okay.
So the last one for this episode that we're gonna talk about is failing to properly plan your workouts. Most of you all are brand new to it, or you're trying to figure your way out. So it's kind of hard to just walk into the gym for you and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that." Right when you get into the gym, somebody like us, like we're trainers, and even we still need to plan our workouts at least to a certain extent. It's a little easier for us to do. But for the people that aren't really experienced in this matter, you should properly plan your workout so that you know when you're coming in, what you're hitting, what your goals are for that day, and how long you want to take to do it. That's at the bare minimum, right? What you got to say?
I agree. You go ahead.
Yeah, so when it comes to the whole planning your workout, just like once again, fitness is parallel to life. You have to, if you want to be successful in anything, you have to have a plan. You just can't wake up and just wing stuff. Like, you have to have a plan. So when you go into the gym, let's say you want to do back and biceps. Okay, you will have, let's say you want to do 4 workouts for back. Okay, put all your back workouts. How many sets? How many reps? Is it a time thing or is it a rep thing? Your bicep workout. Do you want to superset it? Do you want to triset it? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to make a little circuit? You know what I'm saying? You want to have all these things down so that when you get to the gym, you're like, okay, what I got to do? Oh, is it? I'm confused. I don't know. And now you're just wasting time. Now, you know what I'm saying? You want to go because you don't want to be in the gym for 3-4 hours. Go in there, get it done, roll out. You know what I'm saying? So having a proper plan helps keep you on schedule, helps keep you on track with your goals, and helps you stay more focused, and it shows that you're actually serious about it, as opposed to going to the gym and just going over here and do a little bit of stuff, and go over here and do a little bit of stuff, and you just did a whole hour of absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? So plan it out.
I touched on something early, like when I said educate yourself. So you shouldn't go a whole week in the gym and not hit every muscle in your body. So that's an easy way to look. So if I didn't hit back, if my trainer said it's back day and I missed my back day, I should go in and hit back. I should hit my chest. I should do legs. I should do I should be doing my cardio a certain amount of days a week. If you're not doing that, that's an easy way to know, like, hey, I didn't plan well this week. So hit every muscle. If you go if you're doing legs every day, you go 2 weeks without hitting your back, like that's bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's an easy way. Did I hit this muscle, this muscle, this muscle, this muscle?
Yeah.
Good.
I would say have like me, like Monday is chest day, Tuesday is leg day, Wednesday's back day, Thursday's bicep day. You know what I'm saying? So you could break it down like that. You know what I'm saying? This day is this muscle group, this day is that muscle group, and that's one way you can kind of tailor it and plan it to certain days and certain muscle groups.
I would like. I got two things to say. One is to touch on what you said. As far what he's basically talking about is basically splits, is what we like to call them. Is splits. In your body, you have push muscles and you have pull muscles. People do their splits differently. Me personally, I like to hit legs, all together because I like to get it out the way. I don't want to, it's just horrible, just prolonged. But I'll do, chest and triceps and maybe throw a little shoulders in there because since they're all kind of intertwined and your triceps are supporting your shoulders and your chest, and then you have your biceps that are supporting your back, they're already kind of getting the workout in as you're doing these workouts. So what I like to do is kind of do pulls on one day, pushes on another day. Some people do, the major pull on one day and then a secondary push on that same day, and then flip it on the next day. But those are just examples of ways where you can plan it out, knowing and know what you're going to do when you're going to the gym. Another way that you're not properly planning your workouts, you don't know your goals. You don't know. You're going in there. You say, hey, I want to lose weight. How are you going to do that? Like, how are you going to get there? You're just going to go to the gym and randomly do a bunch of different things? No, you need to know what is working what. You need to know what's going to work for you so that you can know, okay, when I go to the gym, these are the things that I need to do in order for me to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. Part of that, is kind of helped by getting a trainer, or finding someone that's kind of knowledgeable on the subject to help you out to get to those goals. But kind of like how you said earlier, just go on Google. If you don't want to pay for a trainer, no one's forcing you to pay for a trainer.
They think we just in there giving out random exercises.
Like, no one's forcing you.
Trust me, it's a plan. by the time y'all get to us, we've already put in an hour, 2 hours of work on your plan. Like, you don't come with just making up workouts. No, I've spent hours putting these plans together to help you reach your goals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a plan behind this. We're not just recording random videos and make you do random stuff. Like, we put these plans together for y'all. So if you don't want to pay somebody to put it together for you, then you need to do the research to put it together for yourself. The motivation, the inspiration, everything. So, it's a plan behind all this.
Yes, sir.
So know what you're doing. Take the time out to either get a trainer, get a little knowledgeable on the subject when it comes to fitness, and take the time out to really know what you're doing and and learn what you're doing so that when you go in there, you're just not just looking like someone,
winging it.
Because if you wing it, you're going to
end up getting wings.
All right, so what we're going to do to close out this episode, we're going to leave you all with one thing that we want you to take away from what has been said, the information that's been given out today. Hopefully you apply it and, let it help you throughout your process of getting to your goals.
So I would say plan, educate yourself, stop bullshitting. All right. If you got a serious goal, if you're trying to get serious results, you cannot half-ass your workouts. Go in there, go hard. It's gonna be uncomfortable at first, but it's worth it. You're gonna get better at it. It ain't gonna feel like that in month number 4 when you've been going hard for that long. So get out your comfort zone, stop bullshit, go hard.
Mine is gonna be failing is key to winning and success. I 100% believe that you can't win if you haven't failed. I don't need to go into, I think I went into enough detail, but you cannot win if you haven't failed. It's just hard to learn it's hard to learn the things you need without failing somewhere. You don't necessarily have to take a huge fail or a huge loss, but even if it's a little fail here, a little fail there, just that you need to learn from to get you where you need to be. You can't win without failing, so don't be scared to fail.
All right, so what I would say is progressive overload. You have to be willing to push yourself. You can't, let's say, do 4 sets. Let's say you did your workout plan. Your workout plan is 4 sets. If you are at the same weight from set 1 to set 4, you will not achieve any goal at all. You have to push yourself to muscle failure or to actually challenge yourself. So please, 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 progressive overload. Do not BS. Plan your workouts. Go to muscle failure.
And that's Fit Talk. We out.
Bye-bye.
Buffalo Wild Wings.